Hey everyone. So behind me here is the Ironwood Memorial Building. And today is the 100-year anniversary for it. So later this afternoon, they're going to be recreating a photo in honor of the 100-year anniversary. But let's go on in and I will give you guys a self-guided tour of the building.
Our tribute to the Ironwood Women's Club that raised money. They wish to have the flowers, vases. It's a group theme, and so this follows. And as we go down this way.
Are we too many to come in under group?
No, please come in. Hi. So. Yeah, we'll go upstairs. But the murals as they go on. So, you know, when people first came here, it was logging, farming, and I had told everyone previously that the first explorers came here like in the 1870s, and then the mines were already open by 1880s. And then the town was flourishing by 1900, which is amazing. You know, but you know, the mines brought all the money in the world there because we had it. So when we go back out into the main entrance there's hand-painted pictures of each of our greatest mines' head frames, and you know, this and the upstairs lobby that's like that. These were set up with tables and chairs where people could dine in high style. And yeah, the building was paid for by bonds. The American Legion number 5 sold, City sold, and Ironwood businesses sold. And this building is on the historic register, as is the doughboy. And I was researching the doughboy. So our doughboy is a bronze doughboy. And my knowledge, there are 5 copper doughboys in the United States. And then our doughboy came from Cleveland. And there might be 10 bronze doughboys. And the doughboy, when we go out there, the doughboy got his name because the pack on his back that he carried into battle looked like dope. And then it got changed in World War II or something. But you know, it's all just interesting facts about how. So yeah, this here, this is the Grand Auditorium. I love the Grand Auditorium, and like I said, it's set up for wedding now. But when we go upstairs, we will be able to see that all. But we'll go back into the main lobby.
Original floors?
Yes, that's the floor there.
I didn't know we didn't do that. Stop waiting.
And so in here, you know, all the light fixtures in the auditorium here are original glass. And you'll see that the headlights here on the top that made Ironwood world famous. Your Aurora mine, the Paps mine, the Newport mine, the Norrie mine, and the Norrie mine.
Inside, there's also several plaques, one being from the Civil War, others being from World War I and World War II, and these are all citizens of Ironwood that fought in the war. We were actually an area in the United States that had a very high enlistment, and Joseph Morrison is actually my 3rd great-grandparent's son. Now, down this hall, is some of the modern offices that the Ironwood Township and Ironwood Town uses today. But also down this hall are some old photos that I thought were really cool. Now each one of these photos has its own story to it. I'm not going to go through every single one, but I did make sure to zoom in a little bit and pause for a second on each frame. That way, if you would like, please pause this video and read through some of our old history.
Different services in our military, but the center one, the grand one, is the Battle of Argonne in France. And that's when, the United States didn't want to enter into it. And then the historian people will tell you, so some of our boats were attacked by German boats, and then we committed to the war, and that center picture, the Battle of Argonne in France, 26,000 soldiers were killed. They were some were Marines indeed, but that many military were killed. And that's why that's the centerpiece, because that we defeated Germany and its axis, and they surrendered. So that's 1918, and slowly the world gets back together, and our troops come marching home, and that's when this building, first of all, was a thought, may have revealed in a lot of other people's eyes, then it became a reality. So we'll go upstairs now.
At the top of the grand stairway sits the women's club room. The painting above the fireplace was done by Mr. Lottie, a local artist who was sponsored by the IWC while studying art in France. Without the IWC, the memorial building wouldn't exist, and thus they were given a permanent home, cost-free, in the memorial building. Organized in 1916, The club played a unique role in the promotion, planning, and building of this Ironwood landmark by becoming an invaluable contributor to social welfare programs, women's suffrage, political rights issues, and education. They fully supported Ironwood's Chamber of Commerce in their push to have the building created. I'm not going to show much of the main exhibit room in this video, as there are many historical stories to see and read. Many of them I could make an entire YouTube video for, and I plan to do exactly that for some of them. But to try and throw it into this video, it just wouldn't turn out good. A short story I can share is how the American Legion Post No. 5, Ironwood Women's Club, and Mayor James A. O'Neill led the effort to raise more than $750,000 in bonds for the building. This drew national attention, with one newspaper article talking about how the city of Chicago was jealous as they were struggling to make a building themselves, and Ironwood's population was a mere 17,000 people in 1922. Similar to the Ironwood Women's Club, the American Legion Post No. 5 now has a permanent home, cost-free, in the basement of the memorial building. The auditorium balcony is accessible through the history exhibit and offers an amazing view, as well as close-up views of the stained glass windows. The auditorium is daylighted by 47 art glass, and the balcony seats, bronze dome ceiling lights, and richly decorated stage are all original from when the building was built. The stained glass windows are depictions from the U.S. Air Force, Army, Cavalry, Infantry, Marines, Medical Corps, and Navy to the Spanish War, Civil War, and American Red Cross. A quick note, this auditorium is available for rent for weddings and other events, so all those chairs down there were for a wedding that was happening that upcoming weekend. The Ironwood Memorial Building is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It was not only built as a memorial to war veterans, but also as a place to house the city's government offices, as well as offer some locations that could be utilized by the public. What I didn't know was that the basement is also home to the remains of an old pool and a gym that the public can still use to this very day. And with that, it kicks off my series on Ironwood in the Upper Peninsula. Now I'm going to be doing a lot more videos based off of nature in the area, based off of history of the area, as Ironwood is pretty much the area I grew up in. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of the place I grew up and call home. And I thought it was fitting that I kick it all off by celebrating and showing you guys the Ironwood Memorial Building during its 100-year anniversary. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Until then, I'll see you all on the next adventure. Take care, and as always, remember, life is short. So get out and explore, and don't waste it. in your comfort zone.